One of the things here that is important is that okay, everyone has a register in their brain that says, yeah, I should be doing something. First thing is, what's the evidence for it, and what really is networking? So more than a decade ago, there was this very well-known researcher, professor at the University of Chicago Booth School, the Booth School of Business. It's a world-renowned business school, as many of you may know. He began to study this, and it was groundbreaking at the time because no one had really done it. People know that you should be connected, but no one had actually gone in and said, what's the actual field evidence for this? You know, they had empirical evidence, but what's kind of the actual field data show? And what he came up with was something quite remarkable, and it's now become ingrained in the academic community, and it has also come out into the business world. And basically, the top level finding, which you can kind of see here on this chart, is that there is a clear correlation between people who are well networked and people who are doing well in their career. And if you take a look at this chart here, it's a predictor of career success. You can see on the y-axis is relative performance. So they measured this in terms of compensation, promotion, what ratings they got when they did job reviews. So things to measure performance. So it's not perfect, but with enough statistical data, you can get a beat on it. And on the x-axis, it is what does their network look like? And if you think about networks on extremes, on the one hand, you can see a very narrow network. So if you look on this side of your chart, I believe, you'll see, which should be the right side, you should see a little emblem there, or a diagram, where it shows a network of someone in the middle and then 4 connections around it. That's a closed network, and it's a small network. On the opposite side, you can see an expanded network, and that's someone, you know, who's reaching out. So it's kind of an interesting metaphor. You know, it's basically like arms reaching out into other nodes, and those nodes have little orbital systems around them each. So this person is known as a connector. So one way to think about this is what what does your network look like? How connected are you? And where does this place you in terms of getting into the flow of opportunities? People who are connecting various groups in between groups, that center point, those people are true connectors. And one way to think about it is, we all know people perhaps in our lives that grew up in for whatever reason in a kind of self-contained group, and they kind of stayed in that group. They have not branched out. They have not made connections, so they miss out on a lot. It's not to say it's good or bad. It's just to say that they miss out on opportunities, miss out on information. And we know others that seem to be connected in all sorts of ways. They're connected into the government. They're connected into industry, associations within the organization. They're connected up. They're connected down, sideways. They're connected out in industry. So there's many different, they're connected geographically. They may have people they work with in Europe and Asia and Latin America and the US, etc. So those are the types of people that bring disparate groups together. So that's a very open, broad network. And so the broader the network, on average, all things being equal, the more it's correlated to career success. So it's something that has been empirically proven, and so it gives you a representation. And this study's available online for basically free. You can get abstracts of it if you're interested in further learning.